Today is St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2010, and I'm going to start my corned beef and cabbage. I have cooked corned beef every way there is known. I've boiled it on the stove. I have done it in the oven, in a Dutch oven. I have done it two different ways, in a crock pot. One covered with liquid, the other no liquid at all. I had a friend of mine in New York who swore that the best way to cook corned beef was in a crock pot without putting any liquid in it, and all of the juice from the corned beef would come out. And that was really good, and I've always liked the corned beef from the crock pot. You know, you put it on in the morning, you go to work, and when you come home it's done. I've also tried it a couple times where I grilled it out on the grill, the gas grill. It was okay. And then my next favorite one was to actually smoke it on the smoking pit, wrapped with bacon and covered with black pepper, fresh ground black pepper and coriander, and it actually turns in, or it becomes pastrami. That turned out really, really well. Now my favorite way of doing it, I've discovered, is in a pressure cooker. And that's what I'm going to show right now. That's how to do that. These are based on the directions from the little cookbook that comes with. This one is the Presto 8-quart stainless steel pressure cooker. And I can't tell you how much I love this thing. This is the best one. I've spent so much money and time on other cheaper, the aluminum ones, and just go for the 8-quart stainless steel pressure cooker. It's so much better. So they call for using 2 cups of water. So let's just go ahead and put 2 cups of water in, and then you just take the little spice pack that comes with the corned beef. This is a 3 1/3 pound corned beef that I just picked up at the grocery store. So you just sprinkle that spice pack right into the water. Now the crock pot actually came with a basket setup, but I didn't really like it because for the corned beef, it just didn't fit properly. So I found that if you use one of these collapsible steamer baskets with the little feet on the bottom of it, just like that, just put it right down in there, and that's going to hold the corned beef up out of the water. So what you're going to end up doing is steaming the corned beef, and it'll be perfect. And then after the corned beef is done, there's going to be a lot of liquid come out of it. It's going to flavor that water, and then the spices in the water. And then we're going to take the corned beef out and then put in our potatoes, our carrots, and our cabbage, seal it back up, and then it's going to finish up with that. And this is all going to be relatively quick. Okay, here we have our corned beef. Rinse it off really good because it has a lot of gel, a lot of gelatin, a lot of salt and everything. So rinse that off really well. Then place it in. I like to put it fat side up. Down in there. Okay, that's what we're looking at. Got plenty of room. A lot of steam's going to come up. Now we're going to put the top on. Oops. Gotta line up the arrows. One of the things that I really like about this particular pressure cooker is this is the steam vent. You don't have that little jiggly thing that always gets lost. This one, you put it on this side for pressure, and you can slide it over there for the steam release. So we're going to leave that on there and crank it up. Start it out on high, and then you'll start seeing things happening. The little lock here will kick up and it'll start giving off steam, and then once you get like a nice steady kind of jiggle like that, then you want to turn it down and just let it go. So it's going to take, once this thing gets up to pressure, you let it go for an hour, and then you turn off the heat and you let it come down to temperature. Just let it drop on itself until all the pressure is released. That takes about another hour, so you're talking 2 hours to completely cook a corned beef to just melt in your mouth perfection. So let's let that go for an hour. Actually, we don't start. I'm not going to start the timing until pressure starts, so let's wait till it starts. Well, starting to come up to pressure. Let's go ahead and start our timer for 1 hour. And then turn down the heat. Turn up just a tad. Turned up a little bit. It's actually on a 5. This is a gas stove and GE Spectra, and it's on the maximum output burner, so it's set to 5. So that's just gonna keep going off a little bit, just a nice idle little vent for the next 60 minutes. And then I'll come back and take the corned beef out and then put the veggies in. And actually the vegetables, we're going to do potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. They're only going to take 6 minutes to cook. So we'll be back in an hour. It's been going for about 10 minutes. That's exactly what you're looking for, that slow, steady steam release. Just wanted to show that real quick. That's what you're looking for. Okay, veggies are all chopped up and put in there. We got some carrots, potatoes, and cabbage, and I did remove the steamer basket because I wanted to get all this down into the liquid. So I'm gonna put the top on and let that go for 6 minutes once it starts building up pressure, and then let it settle down by itself. Well, here we have a finished platter of corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, carrots. Well, I wish you could smell it. It smells really good. There's in the broth, a lot of broth left over. A spoon over your potatoes. And there's a plate of it. This is really good. I think I overcooked the cabbage a little bit too much. Maybe next time I'll put the cabbage in kind of at the last couple of minutes. But it was really tasty.